Happy Saturday, everyone. It is November 8th, 2025, and I have a message for you all today. If you don't know me, I'm Mel. I channel messages, I read energy, I remote view into all sorts of things. If you're interested in a personal reading or energy work, please feel free to click my link tree for more information. That said, today's message I received in advance during my quiet time this morning, and it comes from none other than Quan Yin. Now, if you're not familiar with who Quan Yin is, she is a Buddhist goddess of compassion and mercy, okay? And the message she has for us today really is right along with what she stands for, or what she represents. And you're going to see this in just a moment because, as I always do with channel messages that I receive in the mornings, is I write them down in my notebook and I read them off to you verbatim, okay? Now, without further delay, let's get straight to it. Let me tell you all what it is that Quan Yin has to say. Now, interestingly enough, and I'm just being made aware of this, I don't know why. If you see this here, is this, okay. This, if you're wondering what this is actually the Archangel Michael sigil. It's a necklace that I've had for years, and I haven't worn this in a very long time. And this morning, I'm being prompted to wear it for this channeling. I don't know why. Archangel Michael actually has not told me why he wants me to wear this, but I can tell you a quick story before I begin. When I bought this, I was directed by him to buy specifically this one. When you look online and other places for these types of, necklaces, you get many different kinds. And I remember still to this day where he says, no, that one. It's got to be that one. And I thought to myself, okay, because this is not usually something that is very feminine, right? I mean, let's face it. Not that I really worry about that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean. So I remember when I received this necklace, it was immensely powerful energetically. And I've gotten used to its energy, but nonetheless, for some reason, I'm supposed to wear it today, and I'm supposed to tell you all. Who knows why? So let's begin with the message, okay? I need my glasses for this one. So, Quan Yin. Do you believe yourself to be a good person? What is a good person to you? Is it someone who is kind to others? Is it someone who helps others? Is it someone who accepts others? Is it someone who agrees with your beliefs? Is it someone who follows given rules? A good person can be many things. Most do not recognize there is no definition by degree of higher understanding. Morality is not a higher concept. Know the difference for yourself and others, and watch your perception change. That's the message from Quan Yin. Very short, very sweet, but it packs a powerful punch and a powerful message. And what is that message? Well, let's get into it, okay? Let's explore what she says further. This is kind of why I like these messages when I receive them in advance, because I have a chance to reflect upon them, right? And specifically when she mentions the word morality, I immediately go and be like, okay, what's with morality? So the first thing I did was Google the definition of morality in human terms. And the definition of it is principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good or bad behavior. There's also another one that stood out to me, which says the extent to which an action is right or wrong. So just so we have the actual definition of morality clear here in the context of this message and in general. Okay, now, what Quan Yin basically is telling us is that we need to look at this message from a more deeper perspective. Some of you will come at me and say, well, wait a minute, Mel. You know, we know what's right and wrong. So if somebody hurts another person, that's not right. We all know it's not right. If you're going that direction right away, then you're missing the purpose of this message. This message is not about distinction of acts that are completely imbalanced and clearly not for the highest good of anyone, okay? In a sense that we know it. So in other words, if maliciously hurting someone does not fall under this morality thing, okay? That's not what she's talking about, at least. Now, here's the thing. Our morality and what we perceive to be morality is clearly established by our conditioning, by how we grew up, right? By what we believe, okay? So your understanding of what is right and wrong and what you consider to be right and wrong is very subjective. It comes from a place of personal truth. And if you may recall, I've spoken of this before in another video. When you look at the law of polarity, okay, between right and wrong, good or bad, there are varying degrees. Where does one begin and where does the other end? Okay, so there is no such thing. There is no absolute truth in anything, especially when it comes to the individual. So bringing up the subject of morality in this case is a very important one, because many human beings will use the perception of what they believe to be their morals, or, you know, their perception of good and bad, as a way to judge others, as a way to establish themselves in any way, shape, or form as maybe superior or, knowing all, whatever it may be. And many in the spiritualist community may find as though that certain otherworldly beings have shown as though they're not really aligning with the morals of humanity. I've heard that actually before too. Is that certain, councils are being spoken of as not empathetic enough, or not this or that. Again, the point of this message is to alert us that morality, as we know it and we understand it, does not exist in higher terms, in a higher guidance, in higher consciousness. It does not. When you're in higher consciousness, you will automatically align with actions that are in alignment with your highest path. And as such, you will likely not engage in activities or actions that we consider not moral. Nonetheless, this process takes time, okay? And there is the need to let go of this sense of superiority over what we believe is moral and not. And again, don't come for me. I'm not talking about people who are hurting other people, okay? That's not what this is about. It's about what you believe, again, in the context of the meaning of morality, okay? The extent of which an action is right or wrong. This is not a specific subject. You can transfer this onto any kind of thing. So the next time you look at someone or listen to someone, remind yourself of this. Are you looking at it from a lens of your own morals? And if you do, careful. Reflect upon that. What are your morals? How did you get those morals? Okay? Did you come from a very Christian household? Are you someone who is very open and barely has any morals by society's standards? Right? Are you someone who doesn't accept the morals of another culture? You have to come from that point of view. And it isn't so as to condone certain actions. It is so as to allow for you to be able to let go of any judgment that you may have, your subjective views of something based on your morals. Morals do not exist in higher concepts. Very, very deep, very fascinating message today. And I'm glad that Quan Yin brought this forth. And I'm hoping that you get a chance to just reflect upon that and what that means for you. Okay? Because those are the types of things that we often miss in our journeys, that we skip because we don't know. And once we are aware of them, then it'll make our lives easier. It'll give us an edge in understanding and applying what it is that we have come to understand. Anyway, let me know what you think about today's message from Quan Yin, or anything else for that matter, and stay tuned for more. Bye.